When he was younger, he'd fallen in love with a beautiful Italian woman, and to his amazement, good fortune, she loved him back. And they got married, and they returned to the small village in Italy where she'd grown up as a child. I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she had this olive skin that would just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she put Sophia around in the shade. On one occasion, an artist begged to paint her, and the portrait of her hung in the hallway of the small villa where they lived. And visitors knew to him his wife would always inquire without exception as to her identity. And he'd always reply with unashamed joy, "That woman is my wife." I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she was olive skin that would just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes. She had the body of a dancer, and in all she had put Sophia Lorraine in the shade. She had 3 brothers, and they were all very large, very muscular, very welcoming. And they welcomed him into the family, until soon it became clear he was family. But still, his beautiful wife, who hung in the hallway, would not allow him to get involved in any of their nefarious dealings. Still, if he went to a restaurant and ordered a meal, or went to a cafe and ordered a coffee, he wouldn't be allowed to pay. Instead, he'd be told to give his regards to his family, including his beautiful wife. And I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she was olive skin, and it would just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she had put Sophia around in the shade. A portrait of her hung in the hallway of the small villa where they lived, and visitors knew to him his wife would always inquire without exception as to her identity, and he'd always reply with unashamed joy, "That woman is my wife." She grew old as gracefully as anybody could. They lived together in a small village in Italy where she'd grown up as a child, and her brothers and nephews and family all looked after him and his beautiful wife. And whenever they were out, neighbours, waiters would always assume that she was a younger relative, and he'd always reply with unashamed joy, "No, that woman is my wife." I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she had this olive skin, and it would just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she put Sophia Lorraine in the shade. A portrait of her hung in the hallway of the small villa where they lived, and visitors knew to him his wife would always inquire without exception as to her identity. And these days, he'd always reply with unashamed sadness, "That woman was my wife." And I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she had this olive skin, and you would just melt her heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she had put Sophia Lorraine in the shade. So he could remain in the small village in Italy with a woman he loved and loves hanging in the hallway, with a family that loved him dearly not too far away in the hills. But instead he decided to return to the means of his youth. So he found himself here, alone in the market. So that perhaps somewhere, in a back-to-back, in a corner of Leeds, in a cramped hallway, hangs the portrait of a beautiful woman. I should like to describe her. She was raven hair, she was olive skin, and it was just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she was Sophia Lorraine in the shade. She was raven hair, she was olive skin, it was melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she was Sophia Lorraine in the shade. She was raven hair, she was olive skin, it just melt the heart. She had sea green eyes, she had the body of a dancer, and in all she was Sophia Lorraine in the shade. She was Sophia Lorraine in the shade. She was Sophia Lorraine in the shade.
60, a kiss that I'd wished for weeks coming true. My best friend proposed to me in this room, in this house, and I can't think of a happier time in my entire life. My first kiss in a Wendy house at my primary school. Pen pals. I lived in Northampton and she lived in Norton, and we never met. And I decided that I was going to drive up to see her for her 21st birthday. I did it on my moped, and it took me 12 hours. But we've been married since 1986. I've always thought that if I could write books or songs, that's what they'd be about. My boyfriend is in the army, and he was out training near Royston in Cambridge, and I hadn't seen him for 9 weeks. And I was waiting for him at the train station on the other side of the barriers, but he snuck up and he surprised me, and I was overwhelmed with joy. My first kiss. I was 13 and I fancied him for ages, and he was walking me home. Now, I knew that I had to get the kiss in before I turned the corner, or my sister would see it and she'd tell on me. His name was Jason, and actually, looking back on it now, he was a bit gross and weird. He always had this strange crust at the corner of his mouth. But I was 13, and so I went for it, and I had a kiss. And afterwards, I had to walk around the block a few times, because all I wanted to do was skip, which is exactly what I did, all the way up Springthorpe Road. I got married in the Park Road Registry in the 60s, and I wore a black mini dress. We were very poor back then, so we didn't have a reception afterwards. We just went to the local cafe with the witnesses. We didn't have any flowers, just a husband and a ring and a baby. I met my son Morgan for the first time on the 9th of November 2009. He was 9 and I was 13. And together we went to the Christmas fair, and we shot the other Dodgem drivers with the machine guns we won at the Hook and Duck. And after that we snuck into the town hall to listen to the orchestra rehearse. And then we parted and went our separate ways so I could go and sing my heart out to some drunks in Barnsley. And I've never meant those songs more.
Stop. Stop.